Hello, hello, Gameli. Well, you are still getting connected. Let's wait. Welcome.
Hello, teacher. Good afternoon.
Gameli, good to see you. You're back.
Yes, I'm back. I
All
came
right.
back.
Excellent. How are you today?
I'm tired because of the trip.
When did you get to your city? Today?
No, yesterday night. But I went to Oaxaca, to the mountain of Oaxaca.
Oh,
So I traveled around 24 hours.
Not much? Driving?
Yes. By car.
So
So
where did you go? Oaxaca,
to
where?
a place named Yagavila. Do you know it? Have you heard?
Well, I traveled last year to Expolite. It's
Yes.
close to Puerto Escondido.
Yes. That is in the Costa Chica.
Yeah, it's close to Costa Chica. But that's Oaxaca.
Yes, from Oaxaca, the central part of from Oaxaca, it takes around 4 hours to get the mountain, and after the mountain, we drove around 5 hours. So it's so tired.
You're tired. Well, you need a relaxing time, maybe a nap later.
Yes.
Okay, excellent. We also have Daniela here. Hello, Daniela. Daniela. Welcome, buonasera.
Hi, Gabrieli.
Welcome, welcome. Well, it's still, you're the second one, it's 4:34. Remember, we have a review today for Unit 7, 8, and 9.
Good. Today we're going to do the exam or tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
Okay.
Tomorrow. Today is just a review. And also, I just received, well, I received today 2 assignments. I mean, writing assignments. One from Judith. It's here. It's getting connected. And I received one from Gabriela. Okay, and so let me try to get it. Hope you remember the assignment. Hold on, please.
Nosotros se lo venimos comprando. Hasta las puertas del hogar venimos y le...
Okay, I have it here. Can you see it?
Yes, teacher.
Yeah, this
Yes.
I mean, I just received 2 today, so remember, it's something good for you that you learn how to write, especially these kind of things, articles, compositions. We are not deeply into essays, like professional essays or academic essays, but I mean, talking about something very simple like this, like trying, I mean, to have a good writing, spelling words, using, organizing your ideas, your sentences, capital letters, punctuations, commas, etc. So I received, as I said, I received only Gabi and Judith. So what I try to do is, of course, try to correct the slips. Sometimes they are slips. I mean, they are mistakes. But remember, when you make a slip, it's a mistake, but you know the answer. Sometimes you don't pay attention, so you don't edit what you write. You need to you need to read very carefully before you submit it. For example, one of my classmates said, you don't need a comma here. He couldn't live without his cell phone. Comma here. I had my entire life, he added. He his cell phone since 5 years ago. Well, she could have used. So he has been using his cell phone for about 5 years. I mean, something different. Like this. He has been using his cell phone because he's still using it, right? So it's very important you write so you can know your mistakes or your weaknesses when you write. Especially for those students who are trying to learn for some kind of certification or something like that, right? Because teachers pay a very strict, well, they pay attention to these little details about like commas, periods, and how you organize your sentences. The same using tenses. I was saying, well, let me move this over here. When his mom gave it to him on his birthday. Yes, you need an object. It is the phone, gave it to him on his birthday. And I think that's it. Just remember, whenever you use the language English is always with capital letter. The same with any language, Spanish, Portuguese, Italian, etc., etc. Capital letters. And that's it for Gabi. I just subtracted Gabi. But remember to do your assignment, hopefully this week, and I can check your spelling. Okay? Please.
Yes, teacher.
Yeah,
Can I send it tomorrow?
yes,
Please?
the whole week, anytime. Remember, it's just to develop your writing skills. It's not like, okay, you have to do it. You have to do it because I want. No, it's because it's good for you. Okay? This doesn't mean that you pass or don't pass or you have a bad note, a bad grade. It's because I want you to learn. So you can send it to me anytime. Tomorrow, Wednesday, tomorrow, Wednesday, right? Wednesday, Thursday, anytime. Of course, you can write something and send it to me. You can record something on your phone and send it to me. Teacher, can you correct my pronunciation? Can you check my spelling? Can you check my pronunciation, these words, etc.? How do you say these words? I mean, it's very important you get curious about something. I said that at the beginning. Try not to learn what you have in class, just only in the book. Be hungry, have this hunger for eating books, eating knowledge, you know what I mean? Trying to learn the most that you can. I mean, take advantage of the resources you have. Now with technology, you have everything close to you. As I said, I learned in the 80s. So a long time ago, we didn't have computers, just libraries, just books. So you can do it. You can do it better, much better. Yes? Judith, hello, Judith.
Hello, teacher. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. We have Felix too. Felix Noel. Hello, Felix.
Hello, teacher. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Yes, as I was saying, writing skill is as good as maybe you don't use it as much depending on what you want to do. But I mean, your purpose is why you learn in English, but it's also good. For example, if you write an email to your friend, if you need to write your resume, if you're hunting for a job, for example, you're looking for a job, a letter of recommendation. You never know. Paths are different. Paths are diverse. So you never know what you find on the way. Okay, guys. Well, welcome one more time. Gameli, Daniela, Judith, and Felix. We have only four. Let's see if the other come today. Anyway, today we have just a review of the 3 units. Okay. We have unit 7, 8, and 9. Okay, which one was more difficult for you? Gameli, let's start with Gameli. Pay attention on the main in the learning objective.
Okay, for me, I think was the 7th unit, because it was my first class, so I was trying to remember and understand everything. So I think that they were one of my troubles. In fact, it is on page number 76. You can use get and have to talk about asking other people to do things for you. For example, I get my brother to fix my car. Will get my sister to choose. So it was difficult for me to remember when do we use had and get, or have and get, when we change the how can I say, the time of the verb, the tense of the verb.
Yes. Yeah, just remember, well, sometimes it's very difficult at the beginning, but you need to practice which specific verbs you need the preposition to, or you don't need it. Those are specific verbs. So we have to review it. We have it on the grammar, so we'll check it out later. Daniela, which unit was difficult for you?
I think the unit 7 too.
Unit 7, okay. Okay, nice. Well, we'll see it in a bit. Judith?
Well, teacher, I think unit 8.
8.
Yes, because I took just few classes in this unit, so I think that yes, teacher.
Yeah, I remember because you were absent because of your job, right?
Yes, teacher.
Yes. Felix, what about you? How about you? Which one?
I think the unit more difficult for me is unit 8.
Okay.
Because we in this unit we talk hypothetically about the past using would have.
Yeah, well, that was on one of the things hypothetically using, well, that one doesn't work that difficult, so maybe the context. Okay, this was unit 7. We have 4 lessons as usual, but remember the first part, unit A and B, are like the door for the grammar, the speaking, the reading, comprehension. And then we have lesson D that is about writing. That's why I told you at the beginning, right? How to write an article and how to read it. That's reading comprehension and writing. So these 2 skills are very important. Lesson A, remember we have, as Gamili said, get and have. It's very important. Let's see. All right, we have the grammar, causative, get, and have. We explained the other day the difference between these two. Get and have, in this case, they mean the same. You can get and have to talk about asking other people to do things for you. Okay, let's read carefully, please. Okay, we have the first sentence. Let's read. Okay, Cameli, you read the green. Judith, you read the red part. Daniela, you read the yellow. And Felix, you read blue, please.
I read the blue.
Cameli green, Judith red, Daniela yellow, Felix blue. You can start now, Cameli.
Yes, grammar, causative, get and have. You can use get and have to talk about
Cameli? I think she has some issues with the internet or with the audio. Cameli, are you there?
did you hear it?
No.
No?
No. Please read one more time.
Okay, when you want to show who you ask, you can use get plus someone plus to plus verb or have plus someone plus verb.
Okay. Excellent. Let's continue with red.
Okay, when who you ask is not important, use get or have plus something plus past participle.
When you ask first, what Cameli read, when you want to show who you ask, you can use get plus someone plus to plus verb or have plus someone plus verb. You see, these are the example. If I get my brother to fix my car, you want to show who you ask. Yes, I get my brother to fix the car. So you need the subject. Well, the subject is I. I get my brother, so you need someone, a person or something, and then you need to plus verb and the complement. The saying, when you ask is not important, use get or have plus something plus past participle. I get my car fixed at my uncle's garage. I get my car fixed, past participle, right? So the who you ask is not important. Let's read. Daniela?
I get my brother to fix my car. We'll get my sister to choose colors for our house. My hair looked bad, so I had a hairdresser cut it again. I didn't plan to have someone repair my dishwasher.
Yes, pay attention on this, that you have always someone after the verb. I get my brother to, get my sister to. I have a dresser. You don't have a to here. So you say, well, why the difference? With a have, sometimes with have, you don't need here the preposition. For example, in this one, I didn't pay to have someone. He doesn't say to repair. He says repair my dishwasher. So that's exception to this rule. But with what we get, when you get talking about get, yes, to, but now with have. Okay, Felix.
I get my car fixed at my uncle's garage. I always get my hair cut professionally. We're having a new house built now. It costs a lot to have the weather damage repaired.
Yes, this is, remember, this is a garage. Garage. No garage, garage. The same, I get my car fixed at my uncle's garage. I always get my hair cut professionally. So you don't say to, right? With this one. When you use a past participle, there's no to. You have get or have something, like in this case, something, and then the past participle. So it's just that you have to practice. Remember, in your homework, in your workbook, you have those exercises. By the way, and I hope you're doing okay with homework. This was,
Teacher,
yes.
excuse me. I don't know if you can hear me, but because my internet doesn't work properly. But I have a question. Can we use get or have when we want, when we wish, or is any rule for using? For example, in the first one, I get my brother fix my car. I can use, I have my brother fix my car.
Yeah, both are the same. It sounds, I mean, the meaning is the same. I get my brother to fix my car, or I have my brother fix my car. You said I get my brother to fix my car. There is a preposition here. If you said I have my brother fix my car, you don't need it. Yes?
Yes.
For example, in this sentence, my hair look bad, So I have a hairdresser cut it again. That's the same difference. I had, my car was not working. I have some issues with my car, so I had my brother fix it again, or fix it for me. That's the difference. With get, you need to. With a have, you don't need to. Just the verb. The person, the someone, and then the verb. Yes, Gameli?
Yes. So for example, here in the second one, I get my car fixed at my uncle's garage. For example, it changed here to the past participle.
Yes, it's different. Pay attention on this. When you want to show who you ask, you can get guess plus someone, etc. When who you ask is not important, use get or have and use the past participle, something, past participle.
So when we make some emphasis in the person, we use the first one.
Yes, and make emphasis on something, you use the second one, on the second one. Something, someone. Something, someone.
Okay,
Yes?
thank you, teacher. Yes.
Right? Okay, let's pay attention here on these errors. In this case, we are going to talk about need plus passive infinitive and need plus verb. They have the same meaning. How do you remember this? You can use need to talk about things that should be done. Let's read the common errors. Daniela, can you read the common errors, please?
Yes, teacher. Common errors. Don't use need plus verb plus ing to say what you're say what you are going to do. I need to change my tire. Not need changing my tire.
Yeah, a normal verb. I need to do something. I need to do my homework. I need to go. I need to cook. Yeah, you need to. Most of the time, you never use I need change, I need cooking, I need going, etc. That's why we say need plus infinitive. Infinitive means to, right? To plus the verb. Okay, let's read, please. Hold on. Okay, we have the need plus passive infinitive, and we have need plus verb plus ing means the same. Okay, let's read, please. Okay, Judith, can you read the blue? Daniela, you read the yellow, I mean the red. And Felix, you read the yellow.
Yes, teacher. You can use need to talk about things that you should be done. Need plus passive infinitive. The TV needs to be fixed. The screen needs to be adjusted.
Yes, the screen needs to be adjusted.
Adjusted, okay.
Yes, okay, good. The TV needs to be fixed. Sorry, the TV needs to be fixed. The screen needs to be adjusted. So there's not much problem with this because we are using to be fixed. Remember, anytime you use be, to be, the next is you're using a verb, it has to be with ed. Ed, or if it's an irregular verb, it has to be the past participle. Every time you use be, to be fixed, to be adjusted, to be played, to be washed, etc. Okay, let's read the red one, please.
Need plus verb plus ing. The TV needs fixing. The screen needs adjusting. Teacher, what is the difference between need plus passive infinitive and need plus verb plus ing?
Yeah, that's what I said before. They mean the same. But that's why you read the common error. The TV needs fixing. In this case, we are not using fixing. In this, fixing is not being as a verb. For example, the TV needs fixing. The TV needs to be fixed. La televisión necesita ser arreglada. La TV necesita arreglarse. It's just the same. You can use either one. They are interchangeable. You can use this, or you can use this.
Okay.
But remember the common error. If you want to use a need, the verb need, like for other things, you see, normally in this case, need is used when you have something to be fixed at your house. Well, it's here. Let's see, Felix, can you read the yellow part, please?
Yes, teacher. The structure need plus verb plus ing is mainly used for everyday chores like fixing, changing, cleaning, adjusting, replacing, recharging, and etc.
Yes, the structure, no structure. Need plus verb plus ing is mainly used for everyday chores like fixing. That's the difference, Daniela. When you are talking with these ing verbs, it's because you're talking about these verbs. Fixing, changing, cleaning, adjusting, replacing, or recharging. Those verbs for everyday chores. Not like this one. For example, I need to change my tire. You cannot say I need changing my tire. I don't know if you remember one of those verbs, for example, enjoy. You need to use this verb, for example, I enjoy watching TV. You can never say I enjoy to watch TV. Well, that's with this verb specific.
Okay, teacher, thank you. I understand now.
Yeah, with ing is just with these verbs, everyday chores. Not like play, for example, I need playing. No, I need to play. Mainly used for everyday chores like this. Got it? So these ones are also on the exam. We have some exercises in the next pages, so we're going to practice it. All right, we have the vocabulary. Normally, you don't check it on your book, but we have it here about these words like dent, dented, leak, leaking. Do you remember?
Yes,
Yes.
yes. Yes, we watch a picture. We watch the picture.
Yeah, that was the lesson. Excellent. Okay. Okay, learning tip. Gameli, can you help me to read the learning tip, please?
Learning tip, different forms of the same word. When you learn a new word, you find out what type of word is it. No, word it is, a verb, a noun, an adjective, etc. And whether it has a different form that can express the same idea.
Yes, remember this? Try to find it, be curious. That's what I said at the beginning. A new word, what does that mean? You heard that on a movie? Maybe you are reading something and you don't know the meaning, okay. Look it up in a dictionary on Google and try to find the meaning and the pronunciation. That's the process, that's how you learn. Excellent, that's a learning tip. Because sometimes the same word has different meanings, you know. For example, let's read this one. Verb and nouns, that's very important. Daniela, can you read this, please? Verbs, well, to the different color.
Okay, there's a leak in the bathroom. Noun. The pipe is a leaking. Verb. There is a scratch on this DVD. Noun. This DVD is scratched. Adjective.
Okay. You know how you different verbs and noun? There is a like a clue or something where you notice. If it's a verb, you have verb be. For example, here, the pipe is leaking. You have verb be. Present continuous, right? Is leaking. The DVD is scratched. It's an adjective. In this case, scratched is an adjective. There's a leak. A leak. Leak is a noun in this case. There's a leak in the bathroom. There's a scratch on this DVD, also a noun. Okay, you have some verbs here. Number one, try to do it on your own, please. Give you 5 minutes. You have only 5 sentences. You have the words here. Which one should you use? Let's find out. For example, dent, dented, lick, licking, scratch, scratched, stain, stained, or tear, or torn. Okay, just let me know whenever you finish, please. Okay, guys, let's see what you got. Let's see number one. Who has number one?
Me,
Okay, Felix, please go ahead.
there's a big dent in the wall of Mark Mountain bike. It's dented.
Yeah, it's dented. Okay, excellent. Number two, who wants to do number two?
Me, teacher.
Yes, Gameli, please.
There is a dark stain on his t-shirt. It's stained.
Yes, stained, stained.
Stained.
Sorry, stained. Excellent. Number three, Judith or Daniela?
Okay, teacher, can I try number 3?
Yes.
His shorts are torn. There is a tear on them.
Yes, there's a tear. Okay, excellent. Number four. Daniela, do you have it?
Yes, teacher. His sunglasses are what? Are linking?
No.
There's a scratch.
Scratched. Yes. Remember, leaking is when you have water or some kind of liquid.
Scratched.
Scratch.
Scratched.
They
And I
have a,
have scratch of them.
they have a scratch in them. Excellent. Number five. Who wants to do number five?
Me?
Yes.
There's a leak in his water bottle. It's leaking.
It's leaking. Yes. This is easy. Well, for sure, these are on your test. Just try to remember vocabulary like this one. I mean, the meaning of these words, like dent, leak, leaking, etc. Okay, finally we have unit 8. We have we were talking about behavior in this unit. That was the context, but the grammar on this was different in the case that we were using some modals with present perfect or past modals like would have, should have, and could have. We talk about pronunciation, like the reduction of these words, etc. Woulda, coulda, shoulda, etc. Okay, and unit 8, we were talking about 4 lessons. Remember, lesson A and B are like the door, the introduction of the context, the grammar, and everything. Lesson C, build the vocabulary, more vocabulary. Lesson D about writing and reading comprehension. Okay. So this is unit 8. Past modals. Remember, the past modal is always you always use every model, every model, they have a past, right? Present and past. For example, I hope you remember this. Will, would, must, should, can, could, right? And we have many more like may, might. We have may, might, right? sometimes we have shall. Shall could be related to should. But should is more like the past tense of must. If we use these past modals plus have, in this case, have is an auxiliary of past participle. So you need to learn all those verbs. It could be regular or irregular to talk about something hypothetically. And we talk about the past. Let's read, please. Okay, we have, I think Gabby is here. Hello, Gabby.
Hi, teacher.
Hello, hello. Okay. Remember, we use these models in different ways. Would, should, so we are going to read, please. Let's see. Okay. The red part. Gameli, you read the red part. Who did yellow? Daniela green. Felix blue. Gabi orange. And let's do the pink at the end. Whoever wants to read it. Okay, go ahead, please.
Yes, you can use would, should, could, plus have, plus past participle to talk hypothetically about the past. Imagine your behavior in a situation. What would you have done? I would have said no politely. I wouldn't have lost my temper.
Okay, yes. Pura, you read it with the construction, with the reduction. I would have said that politely. I wouldn't have lost my temper. It's excellent. Yellow.
Would you have gotten mad? Yes, I probably would have.
Green.
Say what was the right thing to do. What should she have done? She should have said no politely. She shouldn't have yelled at him.
Yes, you shouldn't have yelled at him.
Yelled, okay.
At him, yes. Blue?
Should she have yelled at him? No, she really shouldn't have.
Orange?
Say what other possibilities there were. What else would she have done? She would have told him not to call again. She could have done much else.
Yes, remember this is about the past, right? Hypothetically about the past. So it didn't happen, but she could have told him not to call again. She couldn't have done much else. Okay. So just pay attention like in this one. Imagine your behavior in a situation. Imagine. You use would. You're using your imagination. Say what was the right thing to do. Say what was the right thing to do. You use should. Say what other possibilities there were. You use could. So we have here question form, question information. We have the affirmative form. We we have the negative, and we have the question form again. Yes or no? Yes. Yes, I would. No, I wouldn't, etc. We have the last one. Could. Could she have been more polite? I think she could have. Remember when we use affirmative sentences? I mean, in affirmative answer, we always use the complete answer. I feel she could have. We cannot use the reduction here. Well, when it's written, remember, written. Conversation, yes. I feel she could have. I feel she could have. Remember, in conversation, it's a little bit more informal than when it's written. Okay, Felix, you said you have some doubts about this unit. Any questions, everybody?
No, teacher, it's okay, I think.
Okay, just remember, imagine your behavior in a situation you use would. And pay attention on this one. How we use these models. Why? Remember the pattern too. Remember also, you don't change have, it's always the same. You always choose, you always change just the verb, the main verb. Okay. Now we have the same, similar, but these models are specifically for speculation. They could be past models or they could be present models. We have must, could, may, might. These verbs, these models, we use these models for speculation. When we guess, right? When we see people, when we see something and we start maybe just talking to ourselves, you know, talking to a friend or someone, speculating about something, right? But we don't know if it's true or not. So sometimes we use, for example, when I ask you, what do you think about this picture? What do you think they are doing? They must, they might, right? They may be talking about politics. They must be angry or something. Right? You use a model when you speculate. Let's read, please. Okay. Some purple here. But in this case, sorry. Hold on. Let's do it like this. One reads the title. One reads one sentence. And the other one reads this sentence. Let's see, Gabi, can you read in here, please? The first part.
You can use must, could, may, might, plus have, plus past participle to speculate about the past. They must have gotten tied up in traffic.
Yes, the yellow part. So Gabi, you read the red.
And the yellow, okay.
And yellow is Felix, so 1 and 1. 1 red, 1 yellow. 1 red, 1 yellow. Okay, continue, please, Gabi. Well, read again.
They must have gotten tied up in traffic.
I'm sure they got tied up in traffic.
She couldn't have tried to call.
It's possible she tried to call.
They might have had a fight.
Maybe they had a fight.
She might not have remembered.
It's possible she didn't remember.
Okay, excellent. So we have the definition, not a definition, but when we use all of them. For example, must, when we use must, I'm sure. Well, kind of sure. I mean, according to my opinion, I'm sure when you use must. Like when you say, oh, you must be tired because you worked last night or 10 hours. Like when Gameli told me, well, we drove 24 hours. You must be tired. You must be exhausted. Then you have could. When you use could, it's because it's possible, right? About something, you could have taken a break. You could have taken breaks, Gameli, when you were driving, right? It's possible if you have time. I don't know. Then you have this. Well, this is not may or might have had. It's maybe, right? Maybe, you all know that. But when you use negative, like may not or might not have remembered, it's possible they didn't. It's very similar to this one. Yes? So remember, these models are just for the speculations. Yes?
Can you put a percent to the must, could, may not? For example, must 100%, could 8%, I don't know.
Yeah,
Can you put a percent?
Yeah, there are numbers, but it's easier with this definition. I'm sure. For example, when you say I'm sure, of course, you are 100% sure. You're 100% about the information. Let me write it here. Anyway, I think I showed it to you in the book. It's in the book. But when you use should, let's say you are 90%. Yes. Because there's not a specific number for that. She could have tried to call. It's possible. That's a little bit less. That would be like 70%. When you use this may, well, it's less. That would be like 50%. The same with this, she may not or might not have to remember. It's possible. So it could be like 40%, a little bit less. But don't worry, I mean, don't try to pay attention on the numbers. Try to pay attention on this one. When you use must, it's because you are almost sure or you are sure, right? But sometimes you are speculating, so you never know, right? Appearances or, maybe the answer is different. Let's see, what about, let's read this. Daniela, can you read this, please?
Use could not plus have plus past participle to say what is not possible. Example, they couldn't have forgotten. It's not possible they forgot.
Yeah, they couldn't have forgotten. Excellent. Past participle. Participle or participle is okay. One is British, one is American. In conversation, Gabi, can you read in conversation, please?
In conversation, affirmative statements with past modals are much more common than negative statements.
Yes, like this one. They couldn't have forgotten. This is negative. I mean, it's not as common as the affirmative. Like, she could have forgotten. Okay. Questions about this small past moments for speculation? Remember, when you use this, there is a context before. So there is a reason why you use it in a normal conversation. You are talking about a topic, right? So you know the facts. That's how you use them. If you apply this into real life, you know, that's when you know when to use different ones. For example, if you are in a party like this, the example, I don't know if you remember the example, the guys who were waiting for these people. And no, they were in a movie theater, remember? So that was the context. When to use those ones. Like the saying, when you text someone and they respond the text in 2 hours, 3 hours, you don't know if they are busy or doing something, right? So you speculate. So she might, or he might have been doing something, or he might have been busy or something, depending on what you want to say. Okay, let's see. Yes, we have time. We have another learning tip. Okay, let's see. Okay, Gameli, one more time, please. Can you help me with the learning tip?
Yes, making connections. When you learn new vocabulary, make a connection with something or someone you know. Think of how or when you will use the word or expression to talk about your life.
Yes, that's very important. Remember, what we are learning here in these English classes is because we must use this, or we should use this in real life situations. That's because we are learning. We apply this into real conversations. Okay, you have some, like, number one, think of a person you know for each of the qualities below. Let's see, you have you can use a noun or pronoun here. It means, for example, Ganelli has a lot of self-confidence. My brother is very good at controlling his or her anger, etc. But you need to use them in real life. Maybe your mom, your dad, your son, your daughter, I don't know, your uncle. Okay, let's do it.
Yes.
Please let me know whenever you finish. Easy, use a subject. Try to use real information.
Sorry, teacher, what page is it?
Oh, well, I don't know the number, but should be unit 8. It's at the end of the unit. That would be like page 85 or something.
Thank you.
No problem.
Teacher, the exercise 3 too, or only one? Your microphone, teacher.
Sorry, because my dog was barking. Yes, exercise 1. Then we continue with number 2. Let me see. No, just one, number 1.
Okay.
Got it?
Yes, teacher. Just
Okay,
the first. Think of.
yeah, just exercise number 1, because we have still unit 9 and we have just 20 more minutes. Okay, imagine you have a subject here, a person. Let's see what you have. Number 1, Gameli, what do you have?
Okay, I did with about my classmates. So I thought Judy has a lot of self-confidence.
Yes, excellent. Number 2, who did?
Okay, I said my sister is very good at controlling his or her anger.
Okay. My sister is very good, excellent. Felix, number 3.
My friend,
Okay. Can you read the whole sentence, please?
my friend sympathy for people who complain a lot.
All right, good. Okay, Gabby, what do you have in number 4?
My best friend Celia has the motivation and determination to do well at work.
My best friend. Well, the point of this exercise is to know the meaning, right? To understand the meaning of the sentence. For example, you have some here, some adjectives. So you need to make some connection with a person you know, a person or an experience. For example, aggressive, depressed, flexible, guilty, impulsive, jealous, sensitive. The example is my sister says she feels guilty when she eats too much chocolate. Me too. No, just kidding. Well, try to do these exercises at home, please. Number 2 and number 3 for your practice. Try to use a person, someone, or something. Because this is in the vocabulary note, is on your book. Remember, we are using the student's book. Because we have just a few more minutes for the material wall. That was the last unit. Okay, guys, what was the most difficult lesson for you? Well, not lesson. We are talking about unit 9. I think nobody said unit 9. So I think it was easier than the other ones.
Okay, for me, not the most difficult, but you show us a chart with the changes. For example, if we are in present, we change to the report speech to past. If we have will, we change to would.
Yes.
And I want, if you can share us again that chart, please.
Yes, of course. Let me get it for you. Hold on, please. I think I have it here. Yeah, in this lesson, of course, we were talking about report speech, talking about possessions. That was a context. But remember, what we have to learn, it was the report speech, direct speech or report speech. And we have tenses. So what I showed you was this. It was the chart, the tenses. Simple present changes to simple past. Simple present, well, the first one is verb be. Then we have simple present change to simple past. E and B are the first one. Simple past changes to past perfect, and present perfect changes also to past perfect. So these are very similar. Simple past, past perfect. Present perfect continuous changes to past perfect continuous. So there's not much trouble on this one. So I hope you remember all this. Besides the vocabulary, besides the pronunciation exercises, etc. We were talking about this, art, the vocabulary, of course, the grammar, that's very important. Using the tenses or the modals. For example, the modals, remember, I said at the beginning we have past modals, right? I can't throw anything away. She said she couldn't throw anything away. Maybe I will stop buying so much stuff. Maybe she said maybe she would stop buying so much stuff. That's what I mean with present modals and past modals. Besides the tenses, you have like simple present, simple past, etc. So I don't know if you need to take a picture of this or you already have it. But it's very important you know this. Okay, we have the grammar. Remember, very important. The grammar is usually on the exam, right? I mean, we have the context and we have the grammar. For example, in direct speech, we use a normal sentence. That's why you see the quotations here. For the speech, we change the tenses. My goal is to destroy all my possessions. He said his goal was to destroy all his possessions. You are using verb be, present. In the reported speech, use past tense. Verb be. Now, simple present changes to past. I want to buy them on the ground. To bury them, sorry, on the ground. He said he wanted to bury them on the ground. And these one are similar. Past, present perfect. Both change to past perfect. My father gave me a sheepskin coat. His father had given him a sheepskin coat. I haven't found the right shopping center. He hadn't found the right shopping center. Same with the present continuous. I had been making an inventory. Had been making an inventory. Same. Present perfect continuous to past perfect continuous. Remember normal sentence, quotations, and something that someone said. You could use she said, he said, my father said, my sister said, I said. You can use any pronoun. Okay, let me see, direct questions. Okay, we have time for this. Not much. We have also reported questions are very similar, but these are questions. Are you a spender or a saver? Verb B. She asked me if I was a spender or a saver. She asked me whether I was a spender or a saver. Remember, if or whether, one or the other one. Yes, same. Present tense, how do you usually pay for things? She asked me, or she wanted to know how I usually paid for things. Present, simple past. But the question words, like how, it remains the same. The question word remains the same. How many times have you used a credit card? She asked me, or she wanted to know how many times I had used a credit card. I had used a credit card. Daniela, yes, Daniela.
Teacher, I have a question. When in your questions has double H, but has verb be, was, or are changed at the final in the reported questions, why, teacher? For example, what was the first, etc. In reported questions, it was changed at the final in the sentence.
Yes, that's part of the rule. For example, how was the movie? How was the movie? Then Daniela asked me how the movie was. Yes, that's what you mean?
Yes, teacher, yeah.
Daniela, oops, capital letter. Daniela asked me how the movie was. Why? Because here, the structure on this sentence is a question. It's a question. So verb be is first. And then the subject. But in this one, it's not a question anymore. It's not a question anymore. So we have to use how the movie first the subject and then the verb. It could be with anything. It could be verb be or with any verb. For example, remember this one is, you learn this one just with practice. Did you do your homework? Okay, Daniela, how would you say that? The teacher asked me. It's a yes or no question.
Yes. Yes, or no, yes, question. Is the teacher asked me if I did my homework?
If I did my homework. As you see here, if I did, I, subject, then the verb, same here. The verb or the subject, the movie, and then the verb. Well, in this case, the movie is the object. Let's try with a different one. Because this is just a yes or no question. Let's see. Gameli, can you help me hit this one? With this one? How will you report this one?
Yes, teacher. Which one, teacher?
Right here. What will you do next weekend?
I will go to Acapulco.
No. Just try to change the sentence into a reported question. The teacher asked me.
Okay, the teacher asked me what I am going to do next week.
You are using will. If you're using
With will is would.
What I would do, yes, do next weekend. The same. What will you do next weekend? Will is first, and then you, that's the subject, right? That's the direct question. What will you do next weekend? The teacher asked me what I would do next weekend. Yes, because it's past. We need to pay attention on the tense. So the structure is different, Daniela. It's different. So we change. Yes, of course, Gameli, go ahead. We change the subject and the verb, or we invert it.
Okay, I got it.
It's because of the grammar rule. But it makes sense. Okay, we are almost on. Just try to check this on your own, please. These exercises, like the learning tips, the collocations, similar words. We saw that, then I think it was last class. The same with this. What would you have done? You have to complete the story. You have here the vocabulary you need here. I mean, in your book, you have many material. You have a lot of material to do your own review. That's checkpoint unit 7 to 9. Please, if you can do it tonight or tomorrow morning, what would be perfect for you? So you know, you learn more vocabulary. For example, this one, apply for a credit card, get an allowance, get out of debt, etc. You have many things to learn. I mean, sometimes 30 minutes is not enough to cover all this. But the most important is that you remember all this kind of stuff like vocabulary, how to organize your sentences, pay attention on your sentences you are using, and how you organize your sentences, your ideas. Okay, I received today, Daniela's writing assignment too. So I am just waiting for Felix, just Felix and Gameli. Well, Gameli is for tomorrow. Okay. If you can do it today, Felix, or tomorrow, so I can check your writing skills. How much you have learned so far? Questions?
No, teacher.
Daniela, Judith?
No, teacher, it's okay.
All right, Felix?
No, teacher, it's okay.
Gabby?
No, teacher.
All right, so maybe tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, we're having the oral exam, okay? I mean, just to see what you have developed, what you have learned so far with your speaking skills, how good, how fluent you are when you speak, etc. So we have some questions. Questions from me to you, so you need to be fluent, accurate, and you should know how to use your tenses, especially past tense. Okay? Okay, guys, thank you very much. See you tomorrow on the exam. Okay? Have a wonderful evening. Thank you very much.
Thanks, teacher. See you next class. See you.
Bye-bye.